Today we are going to discuss about Hall effect. It was suggested by Professor E. H. Hall in 1897 that when a magnetic field is applied perpendicular to direction of current in conductor, then transverse electric field is developed. This electric field is perpendicular to both the direction of current and magnetic field. This phenomena of production of transverse electric field is known as the Hall effect, and this electric field is called as the Hall field. So according to the definition, it is when a magnetic field is applied perpendicular to the direction of current. That is, if we apply a current in x direction and we apply a magnetic field, if we apply a current in x direction and apply a magnetic field in y direction, then we see a transverse electric field will develop within the z direction. Transverse means a perpendicular electric field. So then transverse electric field is developed. This electric field is perpendicular to both direction of current and magnetic field, which is in electric field will generate in z direction. This phenomenon of production of transverse electric field is known as Hall effect, and this electric field is known as the Hall field. So here if we do an experiment, then we will take a conductor slab, and after that we will attach both the ends via battery, and the current will flow from positive to negative in this direction. Let's see about it. Origin of Hall effect. Consider a slab of conductor carrying a current I in a positive x direction. So we will consider that current will go in a positive x direction. Let magnetic field is applied along the positive y direction. The free electrons in the slab are moving along the minus x direction. These free electrons will experience force F equals to Q V cross B due to the applied magnetic field are deflected towards the face A, B, C, D. It is the face A, B, C and D. In this face, the negative charges of the conductor will accumulate in the lower end, and the positive charge will that accumulated over the upper end of the conductor. एंड फेस ए डैश बी डैश सी डैश पॉजिटिव, और जो अबव वाला फेस होगा इट विल गेन द पॉजिटिव चार्ज. एज अ result, a potential difference or a whole voltage VH is produced between the two faces. The ratio of the whole voltage VH to the width of the slab W along the Z direction gives the whole field EH. It means that the ratio of the whole voltage VH and the width W, we will get the EH. So basically what we are doing, if we apply the current across the slab, then we know that it is a conductor, and in conductor when we apply a perpendicular magnetic field, then positive charge will go in the direction of the magnetic field. So since magnetic field is applied in y direction, so positive charge will accumulate over the upper surface, and as magnetic field repel the negative charge, so negative charge will accumulate over the lower surface of the conductor. Due to this separation of charges, a whole voltage is developed, which we mark as VH. Expression for whole voltage VH. Magnitude of force due to the magnetic field is given as FB equals to EVB sin 90. Sin 90 because here V, that is drift velocity of the electron, and the magnetic field are in perpendicular direction to each other, as magnetic field is applied on y direction and current will be applied in the x direction, so that's why they are perpendicular to each other. So we have given EVDB. VD is the drift velocity, sin 90. So sin 90 is 1. So FB equals to, that is magnetic force equals to EVDB, equation number 1. Magnitude of force due to the electric field. It is due to the magnetic field, and force due to electric field will be Fe equals to EH. Capital EH is the whole electric field, which is equation number 2. In equilibrium, the force due to magnetic field and force due to electric field will be equal to each other. So E BD B equals to EEH. Small e cancel out to each other. So VD drift velocity will equals to EH upon magnetic field B. Equation number 3. The electric current in a slab is given as I equals to A N E VD. Here A is the area. So area we can write as width into thickness. So that's why A equals to W into T. So I equals to WT and E. N is the number of ions, E is the charge of ion, into VD. So VD, that is drift velocity, we get I upon WT and E from equation 3 and 4. See the equation 3 and 4, we can write EH upon B equals to I upon WT and E. But as we know that EH is VH upon W, we have ये हमने पहले ही बता दिया था कि whole electric field will be the ratio of the whole voltage upon the width. So VH upon W. So VH upon BW will equals to I upon WT and E. From here we can find the whole voltage which will be equals to 1 upon NE BI upon T. From above equation, whole coefficient if we see, which is 1 upon NE, will be equals to VHT upon BI. So whole coefficient will be written as whole resistance. So RH equals to VH upon I, which can be written as B upon NET. Applications of the Hall effect. Hall effect can be used to determine the nature of charge carriers. So by Hall effect we can determine the nature of charge carriers, because as we know that positive and negative charge get separate out within the conductor, so we can easily identify. The number of charge carriers per unit volume can be determined using this Hall effect. Hall effect can be used to measure the magnetic field. The device used to measure magnetic field is called as Gauss meter and its working is based on the Hall effect. So जो device measure करता है magnetic field is known as the Gauss meter, and this Gauss meter working is based on the Hall effect. Hall effect can be used to determine the drift velocity VD of the charge carriers. So this is the formula of whole voltage. So by this formula we can easily calculate the drift velocity, that is VD, by this equation.